Yeah.
Call the meeting to order. All please rise. Ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. And please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Begley.
Here.
Alderman Violet.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Alderman McGovern.
Here.
Mayor, City Clerk, Treasurer, and Attorney are all present.
All right, fine. No special presentations. Under consent calendar, we've got the approval of the City Council meeting March 15th, 2022, along with the approval of the payroll and voucher list for the period ending April 1st, 2022, and approval of a proclamation for National Child Abuse Month, which is the month of April 2022. Need a motion to approve the consent calendar?
moved.
Moved by Alderman Clifford.
Second.
Second by Alderman Violet. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, on the docket tonight, we have the opening of bids for the 2022 road resurfacing program. So, Rims from Morse Engineering is here.
Got 6 bids this evening.
Good number of bids tonight, so that's good.
The first bid is from Lindahl Brothers. Thank you. Sure.
The bidder's total proposal is $402,135.95, and the bond and insurance is included.
Second's McGill Construction.
Bidder's total proposal is $457,302.90, and the bid bond and insurance is included.
Next is M&J.
Total proposal is $445,983.95. Bond and insurance is included.
K5 is next.
Who was that? What's the name of the place?
That was MJ. MJ Paving from last year. Thank you. Bidder's total proposal is $499,291.45, and the bid bond and insurance is included.
Gallagher Asphalt's next.
Bidder's total proposal is $472,339.55. The insurance and bid bond is included.
Last is Brothers Asphalt Paving.
Total proposal is $430,000, $430,110.80. The bond and insurance is included.
And that's it.
Move the Roads and Construction Committee.
Motion to move the roads to construction by Alderman Clifford. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Begley. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, under my report, no remarks per se, and,
Safe travels.
all right. I'm looking for a request for the special event permit for the Palos Baseball Organization and Palos Power Girls Softball to conduct their annual opening day parade on Saturday, April 30th, from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock on a designated route from Palmer Park to Memorial Park. Need a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Key, seconded by Alderman Lewandowski. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Secondly is we've had a request from PBO and the Empower softball to waive all the fees for opening day parade, which is not done customarily, but it's they're asking for the waiver of $1,501.15. So I need a motion to approve said.
Question?
Yes.
Did they give any, usually they give you an explanation of why they're asking for a waiver of fees, like hardship or financial things? Did they give you any reason or anything for that?
No, I think just they figure since it's mostly for the kids, you know, that.
I understand, because I was wondering over the course of the years, I think we had down, there's only allowed one, if we waive the fees, only one time, not for every event they have, if I was correct, right?
That skips my mind. I don't know
all
that
right,
for a fact. So
I'll make a motion.
okay, moved by Alderman Begley. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
Motion carries.
All right, City Clerk, anything?
No report.
City Treasurer?
Thank you, no report.
All right, fine. Any communications anyone have this evening? All right, citizens wishing to address the council, I see none. Standing Committee, Alderman McGrogan?
Mr. Mayor, no report this evening.
All right, Alderman Basso, Public Safety?
Yes, Mayor, I have no items on the agenda, but I'd like to once again refresh everyone's mind to the fact that spring and summer fun time has arrived. I encountered a couple of young people on scooters when I was leaving the council meeting last month in the dark, riding on the public streets with motorized push-type scooters that we knew as when we were kids. Very, very dangerous, impossible to see, no lights, no reflectors. They shouldn't be on the street to begin with. I urge the parents of every child that has one of those devices to bring them to an appropriate setting to play with those scooters. Secondly, a repeat reminder is IRS time. And once again, I'd like to remind everyone that the IRS does not call you on the phone and tell you you owe money or you have to give gift cards or any other thing. If you visit the Palos Heights city site website, you'll notice there's a very long description of possible ways that scammers can try to get your money on an IRS scam. So please ring up that site and check out the police report because it's very lengthy. It tells you all the ways you can be scammed. And it's scary to believe that the scammers might even have your last 4 digits of your Social Security number. So they can sound very legit, they can look legit, they can report legit. But if you ever get a phone call from the IRS, please heed the phone number provided by the police department on the website and just hang up and call back on that number. Don't call back on a number a scammer gives you. And that's the recommendations for the month. Thank you.
Oh, there's one thing, there's a new one out there, if anybody has Norton antivirus installed on their computer. I've gotten it twice. They send your thing that your automatic renewal is up. You would be billed a period of $385.79. Please reply to.
What it is?
And then they have a whole list of things. If you go on top
What's
and
the
double
amount?
check, you see it's a Norton. I did call Norton's. It's a total scam. It's an automatic. You know how it works. Throw it out, but they're fishing for people with Nortons. A lot of people around use that, but once you hit the thing, you're in them for $385.
I used it. in the
Just be aware.
90s.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, Municipal Grounds and Property, Alderman Begley.
Thank you, Mayor. I have
You-
a few items on the agenda tonight.
You have everything on your agenda.
Yeah, I am stealing the show tonight. First up is a motion to approve the purchase of a 2022 Ford Explorer from Coons Auto Group to replace the current administrative vehicle, which is a 2007 Chevy Impala, and the Channel 4 vehicle, a 2011 Chevy Tahoe, in the amount of $27,293. This purchase is to be made utilizing the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative for vehicles. So they're
Second.
reducing it from 2 vehicles
Moved
to
by
1.
Alderman Begley, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford, discussion?
Question.
Yes, sir.
Is that one vehicle or two?
It's just going to be, the 2 vehicles are going to be replaced with 1 vehicle. They don't really need 2 vehicles
Thank you.
anymore. Sure.
Any questions? Roll call.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
The next item is a motion to approve the purchase of an 18,000-pound vehicle lift from Rotary in the amount of $30,378.27 under the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative, contract number 061015RRL.
Moved by Alderman Begley, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford, discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Next, we have a motion to request declaration of the following equipment as surplus to be sold on iBid. The first is Mueller B100 water main tapping machine, and the second is a hydraulic cast iron pipe cutter.
Moved by Alderman Begley, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Next, we have a motion to approve the Republic Services contract renewal. This is for the garbage. The current contract expires on August 31st, 2022, and the renewal would extend the current contract for an additional 5-year period.
Moved by Alderman
Mr. Mayor.
Begley, moved by Alderman Begley, seconded by,
Second.
second by Alderman Lewandowski. Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion for a variety of reasons to refer this back to the Finance Committee.
I'll second it.
Why does it go to the Finance Committee?
I have about a half a dozen items. First of all, as you recall, and I didn't see any, I read the minutes and I went through it, and there's some things in there that I think are interesting. And I also think this should be broken into 2 contracts. One, because the city benefits in some ways, which could be a separate contract. And secondly, then the residents could be a second part of that contract. But that's not the primary reason. The primary reason is, as you recall, during the winter, several months ago, both yourself, myself, and probably some other aldermen that I'm not aware of, especially the ones west of Harlem, were calling because on one of those storms, which happened to be on a Wednesday night, and they didn't pick up, and that was this is on Republic. I mean, I'm leading to they did a crappy job on the service. And because I'll stick with the plan. I've got a lot of things on this. And I was going to have it weeded out in finance because I think it's better.
Okay, we'll refer to Finance
Yeah.
Committee then. But I mean, that was a one-time shot.
No,
for 5
I know,
years.
but, I mean, there's other things too. And I also think
all
the 5 years for a contract, there's not one person up here that's going to be here more than 5 years. I mean, I hope you all are, here for more than 5 years, but none of our terms are out more than 5 years. So, I mean, that's probably a minor thing, but, normally we do like maybe 3-year deals and stuff. And
We do need to keep in mind, Mike, that they had a renewal right, a 1-year renewal, and then another 1-year renewal right at a higher rate. I mean, the 5-year contract was negotiated by this committee at a generally lower rate over 5 years.
Right.
If Republic is still going to be picking up our garbage next year, it's a
Right.
matter of how great the increase is going to be.
Right.
The committee felt that the annual rate of increase over the 5 years was the better way to go.
Yeah, I was, and like, the other thing, and that's what I was going to ask for when it gets to finance, is to get some more information, because we don't get the contracts in the minutes, because I did read, though, that it had a 3.75% annual increase. So if you multiply that out times 5, it just comes short of 20%. And I think, everybody that we know, and all of us here, and all our constituents are all stuck with all this inflation on everything.
But
And
if they execute their 2-year renewal, which is their right, over those 2 years, will pay, the increase will be like 11%
Right.
over those 2 years.
Well,
So
as I'm saying, I'm not saying that we're not going to do it. I just say I would like to get more information and also see what the other bids were. I mean, is this the best one? There's like probably a half a dozen garbage disposal companies. And I will tell you that on that storm, though, they were very adamant and I was really, because I had neighbors calling, because in the west side of Harlem, the recycled garbage wouldn't have been picked up for about a month, because they would have missed the first one, and then it would go to the east side, and then another one. So it
No,
would
they
have been about
immediately
3
said,
weeks.
no, that's not true. That's not true. They immediately said they were gonna pick it up the next time.
No, they didn't
They did,
immediately. Well,
they did,
Bob,
Mike,
I
they
will-
did.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you, I called your associate, Gina, and said, we got to get on this, because they were initially, they basically told me to get lost in
Okay, well,
a
that's-
different way. And then maybe when you stepped in, they changed their tune.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, it was a very difficult call, and they were like, I'm sorry, we're not coming out.
Okay, but you gotta know who to talk to.
Can
too,
you guys
so.
just cite the grounds for what this
Well-
is, that it gets referred to
Yeah.
your committee?
But I
Because
mean,
we did
this
do a
is
lot of
classic
legwork on it.
example of what goes around comes around. And I don't think that people, especially vendors, this city does business with, should be able to do that to the city. I mean, I'm not kidding, you know, and you guys know, I mean, I'm a pretty straight shooter. They were like, no, I'm sorry, you
All
won't
right.
get this picked up.
If you wanna
It
refer.
was a one shot.
Well-
It was a one-time only deal. We've
Right.
been working with this company for many, many years, and they've been extremely cooperative and easy to work with. And, you know, I don't know that
Right.
holding up this one event is really fair to them.
Well, there's a, but like I said.
I don't know,
there's-
I don't understand how a different committee is gonna have a different
We're gonna get more
focus
info-
on this when
Yeah.
4 aldermen have taken a look at it and they're capable of.
We refer stuff back all the time, Jeff, to different committees. I mean, I thought,
I
I
just
would
don't
like to
see, like,
see,
I'm on the finance committee with you
Right.
and Don and.
we have plenty of time. As
but-
Don said, there's a lot of time. Why don't we look into it, see what the other competitive bids were, see if we can maybe do better than getting a 3.75% increase, see if we can maybe have them provide better service, or at a minimum, have a clause in there that if either party becomes disenfranchised with the way service is being done, they could cancel the contract. That's common in plenty of contracts, where if there's a dispute, and we have lawyers here, a couple of them are sitting here, you know, and so I think that, and basically, that's what the finance committee's job is, and the people that sit on it, we're supposed to look out for, is this the best deal for the city?
But it was
And
already, well, okay.
I don't disagree
that's
with
the
you,
reason I just
but
wanted to refer.
I think it's
don't
a
want-
dangerous precedent, because, like the rec committee, we go into contracts with a lot of people. And they don't go through the finance committee because it's a contract. I'm assuming that this committee, which I don't sit on, looked at different contracts or.
As I pointed out, I think that there's, and that's why I want to look into it more, I think that there should be 2 contracts. One, because they're getting benefits to the city, because they give the city some benefits for pickups and stuff that we're not charged for. The consumers pick it up. So I actually think, since this is a consumer side of the contract, that part of it should go through the finance committee. The other piece could stay with municipal grounds where it belongs. But I definitely think that it should be up, and you know, I'm only one member of the committee, and been on it for a long time, and I just said, let's refer it, and as I said before, I was just gonna refer it, and we could air this stuff out in the committee, not here.
Well, I think when you're stealing it from another committee that's already made
I'm
a
not
decision, we need to
stealing.
understand what the
It's not
grounds
being
are
stolen.
and what the,
That's not
I've
being-
never seen something referred out, that's why I just
Well,
wanna know what the procedure
You haven't been here
was.
as long as I have, we've referred things back to committee.
Okay, well, the
quite a bit.
motion is,
Mr. Mayor, I have something.
Sure.
I've already seconded the motion. but-
No.
Yeah,
There was a motion on the
discussion.
floor
There's a motion.
that hasn't been voted on, but I would like to speak to the original motion that I seconded. There's a number of misinformation. This contract that's expiring is a 5-year contract. The increases over those 5 years every year was a 3% increase that was entered into in 2017. So the difference in this contract that's before the city council today and the contract that's expiring on August 31st of this year is the increase difference of going from 3% to 3.75. Now, this did not go out to bid. There was 3 options presented to the committee. Go out to RFP, renew for, as Alderman Violet brought up, there was a condition in the contract to renew, which they offered a higher increase. They had, beg your pardon, it's either 2 one-year renewals or a 2-year renewal, which they offered at a higher percent increase. And again, my memory fails me if it was 6% or 4%, but it was
I
certainly.
think the total was 11% over the 2 years.
Thank you. So we as a committee asked our Director of Public Works to go back to Republic and see if we can negotiate, because they wanted a 5-year contract, and see what kind of price reduction from that 11% total offer for the contract renewal that we could get. It was discussed in committee about this one-time event that occurred because of the act of God or nature, or as it were, and that was relayed. We rely on our staff to go back to the vendor to do the negotiating. The committee doesn't do the negotiating. Our Director of Public Works and sometimes our consultant and certainly our counsel do that negotiating. So all that work has been done. Now I just want to get that all out to where we're at right now.
Right.
We didn't discuss bifurcating the contract into I guess municipal and consumers or some of the other things, but I just want to get those facts out there before we discuss any further.
All right, well, the motion on the floor is to move it to Finance Committee.
Second.
No.
Refer to,
The original motion, excuse me, point of order, and I referred to our city clerk, Alderman Bagley motion for this to pass on the agenda, and I seconded it.
right, but then the motion was made to refer it.
But that was a motion and seconded on the floor. Now, we could withdraw that, and then, then they would, you can't make a motion on top of a motion.
You don't have
You
to.
don't have to.
You don't have to.
You can't.
Motion to defer takes priority.
Motion to defer wipes out the first motion?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
it only
Well, it
requires
doesn't
a
wipe it out
second.
because you gotta vote on that.
that's right.
You gotta vote on that, yeah.
All right,
So
question.
that one
We have
goes
to vote
first.
on
Okay,
this.
that's what I was asking
Okay.
Call the
for.
question.
Yes. Call the question on the motion to refer. Okay, roll
A
call.
roll call.
Yeah.
Alderman Basso.
What are we voting on?
This is the motion to refer to the Finance Committee.
No. I was on the Buildings and Grounds Committee. I think it's covered, Mike. I think it's covered. I vote no.
Alderman Violet.
No.
Alderman Begley.
No.
Alderman Lewandowski.
No.
Alderman Key.
No.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
No.
Motion.
No,
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 the
made the
motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the renewal contract as I read before.
Seconded by Alderman Lewandowski. Roll call.
Alderman Begley.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
No.
Alderman McGovern.
No.
Alderman Clifford.
No.
Motion carries.
Okay.
The last item on the agenda I have this evening is an announcement. The City of Palos Heights, in conjunction with Lake Catherine Nature Center and Botanic Gardens, are hosting a public information meeting for the Cal-Sag Trail Link and Trailhead Parking Improvement Project at Lake Catherine on Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. The purpose of the meeting is to provide project information and seek public comments on the proposed improvements as part of the Phase 1 engineering and environmental studies. The goal of this project is to increase parking capacity for Cal-Sag trail users at Lake Catherine. The proposed improvement generally consists of constructing a new 52-stall permeable paver parking lot adjacent to the existing Lake Catherine surface parking lot, as well as a turnaround. Improvements will also be made to the interface of the Cal-Sag Trail with the existing and proposed parking lots to improve safety and accessibility for trail users. Notifications of the public information meeting will be posted in the regional newspaper, around the Lake Catherine Nature Center, on the city and Lake Catherine websites, and on the city's Facebook page. And then I just have one other announcement, and that is that this month's Municipal Grounds and Property meeting will be held on Monday, April 25th, 2022 at 7 p.m.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Planning and zoning, Alderman McGovern.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
All right, recreation, Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So every year, the Parks and Rec Department hosts a 5K chocolate chase. This year's event happens on April 16th from 9 o'clock to 11 at the rec center. And you do need to enroll for that, so just contact the rec center and you can sign up for that race. And then Farmers Market's going to begin on May 11th, each Wednesday from 8 to 1 at Municipal Parking Lot. And then just something that they've been advertising lately on the rec, like the Facebook page and the rest of those, is they're looking to hire a PACE bus driver. And so you don't need a special license for that. It's basically a large van type of vehicle. No special license is required. And if you're interested in that position, please contact Lauren at the rec center. It's 708-361-1807. Or you can email her at L Kozola, so LKOSZOLA at paylessheights.org. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Roads and construction, Alderman Clifford.
Just a few items, Mr. Mayor, thank you. One, I'd like to update you on the following items. One is the Lindahl Brothers Morris Engineering and Public Works completed a punch list and walkthrough of 123rd Street, and we're awaiting the remobilization schedule for Lindahl to complete the side-sided work road with the grass on the side. Through the chipper service commenced on Monday, April 4th, and we will continue the weekly pickup of branches until Friday, October 28th. Again, we ask you to stack them appropriately with the stems facing out to the street, not more than 4 feet high by 8 feet long. Public Works repaired stone shoulders at the Lake Catherine at City Hall. Spring street sweeping commenced on April 4th. Cleanup of Harlan Avenue right-of-ways will begin on Wednesday, April 6, 2022. And a crew steel-plated 2 streets, 123rd and Natchez Culvert, and Oak Park and Gulfview Road. Steel piping is failing at both locations, and the staff is looking for alternatives and repairs to the pipes. In relation to the last item at 123rd Natchez, that's the entrance coming into Trinity College here. And that's going to be a major job and a very expensive job, so we're looking into funding and everything. It's quite expensive to replace all of that. That's the rear entrance there. I was told that Trinity's aboard on helping out with some of the funding, and they're looking at the MWRD and other functions that have control of that creek in there to do that type of work. But all in that, and they purchased the salt for next year at a bargain price, or good price. We're all set on that one, filling that up for next year already. So ongoing patching and repairs of potholes were going around, so if you have any, give me a buzz. I went around today answering some calls. And just to answer a couple of people that called, they say my street needs repair, this one needs repair, and I tried to explain them that, sent back that if you have a street that looks bad, just let us know. But most of the streets, the engineering company has gone along and made a list, a futures list of what we call our road program, and we do the worst ones first, and we go around and we eventually get them. Sometimes we can move them up, but it all, again, depends on MFT funds and funding to do these jobs. If we have a little extra money, like on the bids we just got, that we can go over and do an extra block here and there. But we will get to it eventually and in a reasonable amount of time. That's it.
All right, thank you, sir. License, permits, and franchises, Alderman Duwadowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No report.
All right, water and sewer, Alderman Violet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to approve payment for professional services for the 10 CIP engineering in the month of January with Strand Associates, Inc. at the amount of $5,889.64.
Moved by Alderman Violet, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
I move to approve payment for professional services for the 2MG water reservoir recon from January 8th to February 4th, 2022, with Lockwood, Andrews, and Newman Incorporated in the amount of $9,465.
Moved by Alderman Violet, seconded by
Second.
Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
I move to approve a change order to Lockwood, Andrews, and Newman Incorporated for professional services relating to the MWRD permitting for the Menominee Lift Station Rehabilitation Project in the amount of $3,080.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Violet, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
And finally, I move to approve construction engineering services for the Menominee Lift Station Rehabilitation Project to Lockwood, Andrews, and Newman Incorporated in the amount of $17,110.
Moved by Alderman Violet. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
That's the end of my
All
report,
right.
Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Business and Economic Development, Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So once again this year, the Beautification Committee is going to have an Adopt a Pot program. I think everyone's aware that we have beautiful, very large planters that are distributed throughout the city, especially along Harlem Avenue, but they're at Lake Catherine, and they're at the rec center in front of businesses. And your family can sponsor one of those pots, or your business can sponsor, or your group. And so if you call City Hall, they can arrange for you to get just one of these little sheets that you need to fill out the information and hand that in. And I think it's $80 to sponsor a pot. And it's just a small amount of people that sponsor these pots, and really we all enjoy it. So it's an important thing. And then we've been advertising that there's an e-waste thing coming up very soon. April 30th, it's at the Metro Station. It's for Palos Heights residents. It's from 8 o'clock to 11:30, and you do have to show identification to drop something off there. And usually we get, I know I do a couple of these things during the year that people want to know when this is. And then finally, we have a very nice e-newsletter that goes out every month, and it's not just things about the city events. There's things from the library. There's things from the rec department. There's things from the police department. There's things from Lake Catherine. And so if you're interested in enrolling for that and just putting your email address, this thing will be sent to you every month. All you have to do is go to the Palos Heights website, so it's palosheights.org. There's a large banner that says City Highlights. If you hit on that, then you just hit the word subscribe, and it'll take you to where you just put your email address in there, and you'll get that. And I'm telling you, it's full of information about events in the city that are happening current. So take advantage of that. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Cable TV, Alderman McGovern.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the only thing I have to tell everybody is currently, right now, while we are sitting here, Channel 4 is videotaping the autograph signing of Kendall Coyne over at the library. That's it.
Great, thank you, sir. Any old business? Citizens wishing to ask questions? Nobody here. Any new business? Entertain a motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.